Namaste. And it is a great joy for me to see the light in each of you. Quakers like to do that, see the light within, and to brighten our own inner light. And Diwali is a festival of lights that helps us remember to do this, to celebrate and to acknowledge our own good nature. This is also a celebration of Rama's triumphant return to his kingdom as its rightful ruler after defeating the demon king Ravana and being exiled. It symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. We have 5 kleshas, or afflictions: ignorance, ego, attachment, aversion, and fear of our own mortality. These obscure the eternal light of being within us like shadows. The strong emotions that these shadows produce may tempt us to overlook and forsake the truth of what our heart tells us is right. And recognizing these shadows within us is the first step towards triumph over them and allowing the divine light of love to shine from our heart. And we can bring light into our world by renewing our commitment to yogic virtues and values, by practicing karma yoga, working for justice and fairness, insisting on truthfulness and honesty, and aligning our actions towards helping others, respecting our inner dignity and the dignity of others. By practicing jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge, by seeking wisdom and discerning knowledge, keeping our minds clear, focused, inspired, and illuminated through meditation, contemplation of sacred teachings, and continued self-inquiry. And by practicing bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion, by allowing a loving heart to illumine our way in the world and relating to others with compassion. Now it's time to invoke a desire to triumph over darkness and to create this sacred space and time for practice. Allow our breath to increase our inner luminosity, our brightness, our brilliance, so we can shine, we can glow, have luster and radiance in our life. This is Bhastrika pranayama. Bhastrika means the bellows breath. It's not recommended if you've just eaten a heavy meal. But otherwise, you can pump the navel in and out using the abdominal muscles to move the air like you're pumping a bellows, forcing the air in and out of the nostrils. And it's best to start slow, so you're not using a lot of body language, but you can be more focused on internal diaphragmatic muscles and abdominal muscles. Okay, take a break, and if you like, switch the way the legs are crossed. And we'll do another round of our Bhastrika breath. Sitting up tall, roll the shoulders back, and balance head over hips, And begin when you're ready, the Bhastrika Pranayama. And breathe normally. All right, now your inner glow is a little brighter, probably. Tejas is a Sanskrit term that is considered a type of intense inner fire or illumination, which can be utilized to gain more spiritual benefits from yoga or any other type of meditative exercise, as well as guiding development and enhancing our perception of the world. So we'll have a little bit more tejas in our practice, and we'll start by just walking the hands forward, taking a little stretch through the lower back, and a little movement side to side. So you can relax the neck, move the head around. And lift up the arms, and when palms meet. And bring the hands into Padma Mudra, a lotus. Opening the 3 center fingers, so the thumb and pinkies remain together. What I would say is that Padma Mudra helps you remember your natural soul beauty and innermost radiance, your resplendent beauty, like this beautiful lotus flower whose roots are in the mud and whose beauty is unparalleled as it rises to the sun, reflecting that light within. Now, we are going to come up to standing. And take a nice wide stance for star pose. Stretch out the arms, spread the fingers, spread the toes. Take up all the space you need to radiate your brilliance, your resplendent glow. Inhale, radiate to the fingertips, up through the crown. And exhale, and increase the muscular energy into the core of the pelvis, strengthening the legs, the back, the arms, hugging the muscles to the bone, the navel to the spine. We expand on the inhale and contract with muscular energy on the exhale. Inhale, radiate your tejas, your inner light. And exhale, concentrate that inner light into the core, into the heart. Great. And lower the left hand and arm down. Stretch to the left side, looking up to the right arm. And switch with the right arm down and lift the left arm, stretching over to this side. Keep the leg muscles strong, hugging to the bone. Lengthening the legs so you can lengthen the spine. That whole left side of the body, stretch it and then release down. And bring the feet a little closer together, hip width or wider if you choose, to fold over the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, slide the hands down, maybe to the ankles or to the floor. Inhale, hands to knees, back flat, and exhale, fold once more in half sun salute. All right, inhale, reach up now to the sky and touch the palms in Anjali Mudra. With devotion, bhakti, bring this to the heart. And release. Take another inhale, sweeping the arms up till the palms touch. And with the exhale, bow forward. Slide down the legs or touch the earth. Then inhale, hands to knees, back flat. Exhale and fold over straight legs. Now you're doing good. Inhale, lift up and stretch to the sky. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Perfect. You're great. So just take us to Warrior One series. So step to the front of the mat and then take a step back with the right foot to Warrior One. Bend the left knee. And as you look at your feet, you're aligning the hips so that that right hip can face forward and the waist stay level. And then intensify the strength of the muscles in the back leg so the right inner thigh can press back and the knee can straighten. Lift up the arms for Warrior Virabhadrasana. Perfect. Good. You can lean forward initially to lengthen up out of the lower back, so there's no compression in the lower back, and you can press down through the back heel with that back leg straight. That's the way. Good. Eventually start to lift the shoulders more without compressing into the lower back, sinking down. Lift up with the heart. Shine your light. You are a beacon. You're a lighthouse to shine what's good in the world. And lower the arms so the arms can come behind and interlace in Yoga Mudra, or just hold the back of the waist. And begin a little back bend here. Keep lifting the heart while the head tilts back. And then release the hands to the front leg, sliding down that left leg into pyramid pose. Or if you choose to, you can keep the hands in Yoga Mudra behind. Okay? So just going to your own comfortable capacity, able to sense with more precision on the inhale how you're aligning your body in space, and then flowing deeper on the exhale with more control and awareness. You're not sacrificing the breath in order for the ego to take you deeper into the stretch. All right. And lift back up to Warrior One. This is going to be a lot on this side. We'll take the crescent, turn the left palm. Where are we? No. Turn the right palm face up and crescent over the left side of the waist, pressing back through the right heel, looking up towards the right hand. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. All right, good. Now open the arms, shoulder height. Magnificent. Twist to the left. So it's a revolved warrior. All right. Now take the right hand down to the right leg. Lift the left arm up and revolve triangle. You may be sliding the right hand down the left leg. It's confusing. And the right hand may eventually touch the floor. Okay, lower the left hand because that's a hard pose. Step the right foot forward and inhale, hands to knees. Exhale and fold over straight legs. Stretching. Inhale, lift all the way up and touch the palms. Exhale, hands reverently at the heart. Bowing with devotion to this inner light. All right, we're going to do the other side. So step the left foot back and bend the right knee. And when you feel like your feet are well planted into the mat, begin lifting the arms to warrior. Initially, keep the back long by stretching forward at a 45-degree angle. And over a series of breaths, continue lifting the heart without pinching or compressing in the lower back. So you can keep the back leg straight. Get a little more stretch in that calf, hamstring. Good, you're really shining now. Bright as a star. All right, lower the arms and hold behind the back. Yoga mudra or strap or the hips. And we'll draw the shoulder blades in. Let's begin to scoop the heart up. Bend the front knee so you can arch back. These back bending poses really open that inner light. And rest. Bring the hands forward to the knee and slide down that right leg. Or keep the hands behind you to lift up over the back. And whenever you need to, rest the hands on the leg, on the floor, and relax the knee on the inhale so you can reassess and fine-tune your alignment. And exhale, grip with the muscles, hug them to the bone. So as you deepen the stretch, you're also intensifying the contractive power of the muscle. Taking complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Excellent, you've got that. Lift up when you're ready and reach back up to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. Very good. All right, open the arms. Now twist to the right. So facing back towards that right arm. Tricky little balance here. Good. And slide the left hand down to the right leg. Keep lifting the right arm, and when the left hand reaches the floor, that's a little more stable than the leg, or use a block, or hold on as you twist and look up to the right hand and breathe. All right, excellent. You tremendous. Lower the right hand and step left foot forward. That was beautiful. And fold as you're ready to Uttanasana. Bend the knees, press the feet down, sweep the arms up and touch the palms. Exhale them to the heart and connect to that inner light. Let it shine unimpeded by ignorance, ego, attachment, aversion, or fear of our mortality, the kleshas. All right, we're going, I guess, to wide leg. Yep. Take a wide stance, bend the knees, Begin to fold forward over the hips. Bend the knees as much as needed until you have support for your hands, either on blocks or on the floor. Move the hips around in some circles or figure eights. You can dance around like a cute little monkey. And find out how the knee joints are doing today. This one's a popping knee. And the other. All right. And when you're ready, fold forward with feet parallel, walking the fingertips back in line with the toe tips, and pointing the crown of the head towards the earth. Draw the shoulder blades up the back, away from the ears, and press down through the feet so much that the legs are getting longer. Good, good, great. Excellent. So good. Lift up halfway. So the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are soft. We'll twist to the right to begin. Lift the right arm. Look up to that right hand. The left hand can either stay there underneath the shoulder, or the left hand can go cross to the right leg and have a little deeper twist there. Okay, you did it. Lower the right hand, cross, switch sides. Keep the right hand down, sweep the left arm up. And you may just want that right hand under the right shoulder, or twist a little farther to the left side by crossing the right hand over to that left leg and pulling against that. And then lower the left hand to release, and roll the back up. Now, come up to a Warrior Two series. All right, so turn the left toes out to the side, bend the left knee, and lengthen the stance as necessary so the hips can be pretty low, the knee can be almost right angle. And then open the arms at shoulder height. Okay, and reaching back through the right arm as much as you're reaching forward with the left. Good, now tighten the navel, pull the navel in more, lengthen the tailbone down, down with the tailbone. Okay. All right, and reverse the warrior, lift the left palm up and arch it back. Very good. Now bring that left elbow down to the left knee for side angle pose, and reach over the right ear with the right arm. And keep pressing down through the left shoulder to open the chest, or if your stance is long enough, reach down to the floor with the left hand, open the chest. Very good. Okay, that's all right. We're lifting up to release and switching sides. Turn the left toes in, spin the right toes out. Bend the right knee now for Warrior Two. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, pull the navel in. That's key to lengthening the tailbone. Okay? The back arm as high as the front arm, so we don't see that back arm, but it gets lazy and hangs down a little bit. Don't keep them high, and we'll soften this left hip. So sometimes that left hip wants to twist forward. I'm going to open the pelvis nice and wide here, widen the inner thighs, squeeze in the buttocks. All right, there it is. All right, lift the right palm, arch back. And then Feeling the stretch along the right side of the waist. All right, and then side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. The right elbow to the knee. Extend the left arm over the left ear. Inhale, roll the left shoulder back, look up, and exhale, pull the navel in, press down through the feet, tuck the tailbone under. That's beautiful, really nice, yes. Maybe the right hand reaches down, touches the mat or a block. Whatever experience you desire in your pose, and keep the light shining from the heart. All right, and come up to lift up out of that. And we'll just take it to Cobra pose. All right, so come on, step back, maybe come through down dog. Knees down, hips down, chest down. Preparing here in Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. The legs are together. We're squeezing the buttocks and pressing the tops of the feet down, and press down through all 10 fingertips. So strong fingers press into the mat and starts to lift the head and shoulders up. Great, good. And roll back down and re-lengthen the spine, the back of the neck, the toes stretch back away, and exhale, press down through the hips, inhale and roll up in the head and shoulders. Good, that's nice, you get this. And exhale, roll down. Right, rolling up on the next inhale, stay up and twist to the side, looking back, and then twist to the opposite side. And go back and forth a few times if you like this massage on the hip flexors. Good, and rest down to the floor. Head down, and then arms back by the side, the palms face down. Either keeping the arms at a sort of aerodynamic angle behind you, or clasping the hands behind the back. Try now to lift the head and shoulders to locust. All right, so lift on the inhale, squeeze the buttocks on the exhale, and keep the neck neutral so the gaze is down. And take another big breath, lift to your max, and then release. Chin to the side, and everything relaxed in the back, and you can just rest. We'll try another version of locust shalabhasana, and this version you can go back to the original version, or try this one where your arms are underneath the hips, the palms facing the mat. Now the hips are pressing down on the back of the upper arms or forearms. And we'll keep pressing down through the hands or the knuckles in a way that you can lift the hips even higher than you could with the arms behind the back. Because now you can press down on the mat with your arms. And if I stop talking, you can lift the hips. And probably hard to breathe when you do that too. So take a rest, relax the arms, and breathe. All right. Next we're coming to lunge, so you'll press up to table pose, and then either down dog and step the right foot forward if you're doing high lunge, or from table just step the right foot forward to low lunge. Okay, so let's do low lunge with the left knee down, because these floor stretches are going to be a little deeper. So lower the left knee if you haven't, and then twist to the right and lift up through the right arm. Good. And release the right hand down and begin to straighten the right leg. You move the right knee heel forward so you can lift up the right toes. Then inhale, lift up the head and shoulders so you can straighten the spine. Tuck the chin slightly and then fold over a straight leg, squeezing the kneecap. Squeeze that quadricep muscle, so you're contracting the muscles that you're stretching, so there's a more even stretch. All right, inhale, lift up halfway, and bring the left hand closer underneath the left shoulder. The right leg stays straight as we open the right arm and revolve triangle. Okay, perfect. Lower the right hand and walk the hands to the left. Pivot the left knee 90 degrees. Now I have to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Did I get on the wrong leg? Okay, got it. Here, we'll lift up here. First lift up and straighten the right leg and press down through the back of the right heel and start to stretch over to that right side. Tuck the tailbone by pulling the navel in and squeezing the buttocks a little. There. Now this is Pargasana, a gate pose. Okay, and then release. And take the left hand now to the opposite end of the mat for a side plank. Supported by the left knee, you can press down through that left knee and lift the hips, looking up, arch back, and a little back bend. Spiral open. Good, that's it. Yes, you have the option of straightening the bottom leg. We'll get there a little later too. All right, bring down the hands, walk forward, and switch sides. So stepping the right foot back, then step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee and twist to the left side. Good, great. So even though you're stretching that right hip flexor, you're also pulling back and into the hip socket. All right, lower the left hand. Move the left foot forward a few inches so you can lift up the toes and start to fold. Now lift up the head and shoulders first to straighten the spine. And on the exhale, fold and hinge at the hips to squeeze the kneecap so that quad muscle is engaged. This is safer stretching as you're tightening the muscles that you're stretching. Fully inhale and to fully exhale. So you never lose that inner radiance, that tejas. And bring the right hand a bit closer underneath the right shoulder. Then lift up the left arm, or twisting to the side. Very nice. And lower the left hand and walk the hands around to the right side. Pivot on the right knee and lift up to straight back. Either the left foot flat or the toes turned up. You're going to start to slide that left hand towards the left foot and reach over the right ear with the right arm. Down. See how everyone's get this. Good. That's right. And then release right hand down to the opposite end of the mat for side plank, or Vashisthasana. Squeeze the buttocks and press the hips forward so you can lengthen the tailbone, arch the spine. Awesome. And release the hands down. And we'll go to rabbit pose. Okay, so you're starting maybe here in table, and then lowering the forearms and elbows to the floor. Tuck the chin and start to lift the hips until the head touches, and roll towards the back of the crown. And then inhale, lowering the hips towards the heels. Massage the front of the scalp. And pulse a little with the breath to rock back and forth. Have a little cranial massage on the floor. Now lift the head up to table pose and open the right arm. Start to thread the right arm under the left and lower the right shoulder now, and the side of the head can get massaged on the mat. Stretching the back of the neck as you exhale. And inhale, rolling more towards the temple. A final breath on this side. And now we'll switch and lift up the right shoulder, lift up the left arm, and thread the left arm under the right. As you exhale, tuck the chin and roll to that left shoulder and the left side of the head, massaging back and forth along that side of the head. From the temple to the back of the skull. Fine. Now you've had your daily massage. Lift up to straight back. And we'll start our okay, well, just to hero pose, so we're already kneeling. I'll try and sit down to the heels, if that's okay in the knees. It's not easy as time passes, so you have props that you can sit up on, blocks or things, and breathe calmly. These smooth, deep breaths that now lift up the hips. This is less stress on the knees. And we'll strengthen more in the lower back by arching back into camel pose. Ustrasana. Squeezing the buttocks, support the lower back through the strength of the legs, the toenails, tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Scoop the chest up and then tilt the head back, keeping the neck long. You may find that you can reach down to one heel at a time with the hands, while still lifting the hips forward and opening the chest, still pressing through the toenails, still squeezing with the buttocks. Really radiate your light and sweep up when you're ready to finish. Lift the arms, hug the legs to the midline, and exhale, hands down. Curl the toes under and press back in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Relaxing the knees and shoulders on the inhale, so you can really fill the lungs completely, and gradually exhale and strengthen the muscles, lengthen the legs. And pulse with the breath. Good. And turn the heels to the right. I usually start. And balance on the right arm for Vashisthasana, the side plank. Good. You can lower the right knee as necessary or keep the legs extended. All right, now you step the left foot behind you, press down through those toes, lift up the hips more into Wild Thing. Spiral open in the chest, squeeze the buttocks, and tilt the head back. Hello! And lower the hands and the knees.
You are a wild thing.
Yes, I know. All right, we'll start the other side, coming back to down dog here. Now turn the heels to the left side and balance on the left arm. Begin lifting the right arm up. Good. A little harder balance is when we stack the feet, but then it's easier to really press the hips forward as you squeeze the buttocks, look up, and now step the right foot behind and Wild Thing. Press down through that right foot, your hips lift more and you can arch back, deeper back bend. Open the heart. Hello. Yeah, great. Lower the hands and knees. Back to some semblance of calm from your Wild Thing. And we'll take a comfortable seat. And we'll begin in Ardha Matsyendrasana, half floor to the fish. If you need a little lift for the hips, sit up on a blanket. And then pull that right heel back towards the left hip. Hug the left knee to the chest so the lower back can draw in. And the shoulders sink down the back. And twist to the left and hook the elbow around the knee. And look over the left shoulder. Some people will even cross this left ankle to the outside of the right knee, and that may be okay for some, but for others it means losing balance and the left hip lifting up. So you decide where you're steady and easeful, and use any props that are necessary to assure yourself of that steadiness and ease. All right, one final breath, and return to the center, switching the legs. Lift the right knee up and draw the left heel back towards the right hip. So the left knee points forward and the right heel tucks in so you can start to lift in the lower back, lift in the heart. And I know some of you are going to want a deeper twist. We can have that with the ankle crossed over. That you're comfortable breathing, you're steady in the hips, and your inner light can shine, full of goodness, full of grace. With your karma yoga, your jnana yoga, and your bhakti yoga, your radiant lighthouse in this world of dimness. Okay, unwind from your twist. And then have to take ourselves off the blanket or bolster things so that we can balance more steadily on the floor in Navasana, boat pose. So you want to lift the knees, draw the shoulders back, and then balance on the sitting bones with the knees bent or with the legs straight. Spread the toes, supercharge the breath, and hold the pose with all your yogic power. Fire up that inner tejas. And one more breath. You're strong, you're brilliant. Release and open the knees for Baddha Konasana, bound angle. And here's another opportunity. Maybe you're going to need the blanket to use that. And fold forward over the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders. And the neck neutral. And with the exhale, intensify the stretch with just a slight pressure on the inner thighs. Pulsing that pressure so it's not continuous, but there's ease on the inhalation and controlled stretch on the exhalation. Okay, that's right. Good. Inhale, lift up to a straight back. And bring the hands behind the hips. The knees stay bent, or if you want with straight legs, come into Purvottanasana by lifting the hips. Squeeze the buttocks and tuck the shoulder blades in and lift up the heart. Big inhale, go up to your max. And exhale, lower the buttocks and rest. Good. Now, Paschimottanasana. We're going to fold forward. So extend the legs. You can widen them to make it easier. And activate the feet, the muscles and the calves, the thighs. And press down through the back of the heels. So you're drawing the lower back in. And extend the spine with the inhale, lengthen. And with the exhale, fold forward and relax the shoulders so you don't overreach with the arms. And tuck the chin slightly so you can lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, check the alignment in the neck and shoulders and back. And exhale, tighten the muscles, pulling the navel to the spine. Pulse with the breath, relaxing on the inhale, reassess and fine-tune, and then folding on the exhale. complete breaths. One more. Lift up and relax. Yeah, we will be going on to the back for bridge pose. Laying on the back, lift up the knees and walk the heels close to the sitting bones. The feet stay parallel. And then press the elbows down, the feet down, and lift the buttocks up. So the hips lift and the hands might be helping lift the buttocks there. Or the hands may be clasping under the back so that you can tuck the shoulder blades in more and lift the chest. If you want to brighten the pose even more, try and lift the right leg. One-legged bridge. Then switch legs and lift the left leg. And lower the left foot and the buttocks rest. Nice relaxation and reclining cobbler. Open the knees apart. The soles of the feet are touching. Inhale, neutralize the back, hips and pelvis. And on the exhale, add a little stretch if you desire, with the palms pressing the inner thighs to the mat. With no pressure on the inhale and gentle pressure on the exhale. All right, now press the knees back together and cross the right ankle over the left knee for reclining leg cradle. Thread the needle with the right arm going between the legs and clasping the hands around the back of the left thigh, or some hold the top of the left shin. Okay, and you're drawing that left knee towards the chest without lifting the head or shoulders off the floor. On the inhale, just lengthen the arms, let them relax. And on the exhale, tighten through the navel and draw the knee a little closer, gentle pressure. Give and take with your breath, so there's no shortage of the inhale and no rush through the exhale. And some people will straighten that left leg, hold the back of the left leg, or bring it more over the head into a one-legged plow. That's a little more extreme version of the hip opener. We'll rest and switch sides now with the left foot down and the right foot down. Switch and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Open the left knee to the side, and now start to bring the right knee towards your chest with the hands holding the back of the right thigh or the top of the right shin. Give your hip time to stretch and get more elastic by pulsing with the breath. Relaxing on the inhale, opening, and tightening on the exhale, closing. Exploring other variations as you desire. Straightening the right leg, Or drawing that right leg over the head into plow. When you're satisfied, you felt that stretch, rest both feet back to the mat and extend the legs. Open the arms over the head and spread the fingers. Widen the legs and arms so you can stretch every muscle in the hands, and the wrists, and the arms, and the toes, and the ankles, and the feet, and the legs, and the hips, and the back, and the neck, and the face, the mouth. Even the tongue can stretch. And every muscle's had its last stretch. Bring your arms back down by your side for Shavasana. And the legs back on the mat. And tuck the shoulder blades under the back so the palms can face up and the arms rest at a comfortable angle. And continue to rest and relax, or add any additional blankets. Yeah. I'm going to keep dimming the lights for your eyes to rest. Just there's going to be some very sunny day. We're going to give you a chance to let your eyes rest. All right, one more set of lights. It's a big room. Now I have my Diwali lights. Hopefully you're getting comfortably relaxed, staying cozy and warm, and feeling safe and secure, so that there's no tension in your body, no cares or worries in your mind. And you can systematically relax your body by focusing your awareness now in your face, mouth, and jaw, and noticing if there's any tension there. And easing that tension out of the mouth and jaw, the eyes, the face, so they can just melt, soften, and let go. Good, you're doing great. Moving on to the shoulders and arms. And scanning those arms, hands and fingers to tell them it's okay to rest and let go now. You're safe. You've done everything you need to do. There's nothing more left. Now to mentally focus on the chest and back, and release any knots in the chest. Relax any tension in the back, so that you can just melt into the floor peacefully, calmly, serenely. Enjoy this time of relaxation in the chest and back. Now focusing on the abdomen and the navel center. to unravel any tension or knots in the navel center. Let them loosen, feel them let go, melting away. And now moving awareness down through the hips and pelvis, relaxing, melting tension, softening, and trustfully surrendering to the floor as it holds you. Relaxing the legs, the knees, and the shins. Letting the legs just become heavy, sink into the mat. And finally, relaxing the feet and the toes, so the feet are very rested, relaxed, and happy. And the more you relax and rest your body, the happier it is. Just to be still in this glowing inner light and your own tejas, your inner light permeating every nook and cranny of your whole body to light it up with radiance and energy. The energy that you need sometimes to face those difficult afflictions of ignorance, ego, attachment, aversion, and fear of our mortality. Because by facing these shadows more and more, you're stepping into the light of your own eternal self. You are a beautiful person, full of light, and your light is a gift to the world around you. Your perseverance in overcoming those shadows is a boon to mankind, to the world. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Judir Gamaya Mrikchurma Amritan Gamaya. Om, Lord, lead me from the unreal to the real. Take me from the darkness to the light, from death to immortality. Svaha, let it be so. Now, please begin to return to a waking state with movement in the hands and body and enough mobility to roll over on your side, taking time as you need to come back to a comfortable seated pose, awake and alert, refreshed, rejuvenated, and more alight with tejas and your inner glow. I bow to the light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste. Happy Diwali.